Recently, the App Store has stopped working completely, even with the AppStoreFix and everything. And the reason for this is very convoluted, and I'm mainly just putting this video in the form from a guy from Reddit that had had made an effort post on the Legacy Jailbreak sub about this. And anyway, he put in a guide on how you can actually make it work again, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that today. But I do highly recommend you go check out this Reddit post if you want to know exactly why it stopped working. But it was something to do with certificates and just like in short terms. But I recommend you go check that out. I'll link that in the description, and let me show you how you can fix it. Again, of course, if you already have some of this stuff installed and you've already tried to fix it before and you've used my old guide, well, you can leave some of that stuff on there, but I'll show you what you got to delete as well. So meet my iOS 6.4th gen, by the way. So you want to go open up Cydia, of course. You need to be jailbroken for this, and you're gonna go. If you have this thing called iTunes Store X installed already, which you should find under the I category, uninstall that immediately. That no longer works, and it kind of just hinders you from doing stuff. So yeah. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go to this site right here, tlsroot.litten.ca/, and you're going to go and hit the unsigned iOS bundle. I happen to have it installed already, but I think there might be some updates to it, so I'm just going to hit install anyway. So of course, you'll just hit install now, and now you're good to go for that part. And now let's move to Cydia. So you're going to add a couple repos here. You're going to add this repo right here, aoiblog.jp/. Of course, I will link all of these in the description. Actually, you're going to get the Nekokawa repo right here, which is cydia.nekokawa.net/. And then next one you're going to get is the IPG Cydia repo, which is cydia.invoxyplaygames.uk/. So, once you've added all of these repos, the first, you're going to do a continue queuing thing every time you click on one. So the first one we're going to go into is from the IPG repo, aka invoxyplaygames' repo. You're just going to go here, and you probably see modify, install. Instead of that, you do continue queuing, and then the next one you're going to queue up is the one from the AOI repo, AppStoreFix, and you're going to queue this one up as well. And the last one that I would recommend is store SSL fix from the Nekokawa repo, of course, and you're going to hit continue queuing as well. Sometimes it may bug out and it might not literally, it might just look like the iOS 5 one. And sometimes it will work when you hit store layouts fix. I'd recommend to install this anyway, and sometimes it just will look like the iOS 5 one anyway. There's nothing you can really do about it. The sad thing about this is only a partial fix anyway. So once you have all of these installed, you may notice one thing upon installing to open setup. And do not fret if you are an A5 or A6. If you want to be extra safe, you can connect to a computer and because this is going to open up this setup again, so you can put in your iCloud and everything. So just if you want to, which I would probably recommend anyway, I did it because I feel like I needed to, just go into Legacy iOS Kit and save your activation tickets if you want to be completely safe that you don't go into an activation loop after you do this, even though it should stay activated, even though it's opening up the setup to add your iCloud back in. And I'll put me doing this in there as well. So this is where you open up the setup screen after this. I'm on a 14.6.1.3, so I technically shouldn't be looping or anything like that. I do have tickets saved. So here we're going to sign in with Apple ID. Also, make sure, I'm going to show this to you anyway. You sign out your Apple ID, so you sign in with yours now. And it will probably, most likely will prompt you to put in a verification code. These are just added to the password. So let me go through that. Yeah, I might throw it on the second one, I'm not sure. Also, it'll probably loop back afterwards, and it'll take you back to another iCloud screen. You're already activated, so hopefully, if you're on an A5 or A6, you can get past this, and I just did, so now I'm on a 9900 MEI number for an iPad 4th gen, so I got past it perfectly fine, and the App Store should now work. I'm recording this earlier as I'm doing testing right now, and I'm gonna add the other parts to the video, basically. So, after you have all of that set up, what will it look like? it just looks like iOS 5. I'm not completely sure. Maybe mine's just bugging on me, but it just looks like iOS 5. I'm not really sure why it looks like iOS 5. So, and to be honest, I would not want to use this, because sometimes when you're trying to install something, it just will not install at all. So if you're trying to install something and it doesn't work, just go use Viteris. It just prompts you to put in your Apple ID passcode, and then you put it in, and it just says you can't connect to the iTunes store. I'm not sure why it does this. You can always hit retry, but it just brings you back here, and it just doesn't work. So I just want to use this. It's not going to suffice as a way to get apps. Even like using iFunbox and sideloading that way would probably be more practical to get apps onto this thing. So yeah. Also, the other thing that you can even try also, which would be pretty cool, is you can use the iOS Obscura app thing if you have AppSync installed. All this will need AppSync, by the way, and it'll come with Viteris when you install that. But if some of these apps that you're looking for are not there, you can just download it off the iOS Obscura .litten.ca. And of course, I will link all of these into the description. So only you can download some apps, because a lot of these things just don't support downloading older versions, even on Checkmate Store, some of them, which Checkmate Store even allows you to get the older versions. So it's just not practical, but I'm gonna make this video anyway, just because I do think it's a little cool thing that you can do to make it work again. And this doesn't really even work on iOS 5 at all. I would not even recommend trying that, because it'll probably be even more buggy because it's less supported. And yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy. Today I will be showing you how to fix the App Store on iOS 7. And yes, I know multiple people have done this video already, but I feel like some of these people have put unnecessary tweaks that are not needed to fix the App Store. As in reality, there's probably only 3 tweaks that you need to actually fix the App Store. I know iClassic did like 6 different tweaks, but I kind of feel like it's unnecessary just to get to the nitty-gritty of fixing the App Store. So that doesn't mean iClassic's video is bad or anything. I just feel like you can just cut it down and you don't have to install as many tweaks, and you can make it easier. Although there's a chance it might not work and you'll probably need some of those tweaks. But if you do, you can go watch his video. But yeah, let's get straight into this. So the first thing you are going to want to do is you're going to head to Safari, and you're going to go search up tlsroot.litten.ca/. Okay. And what you're going to do in here is you're going to find the signed iOS bundle for iOS 5 Plus. You're going to get this certificate. You're going to install now, and hit done, and then you're done for that part. The next step is to go into Cydia and add this repo right here, repo.legacyIOS.com/add source, and I'll come back to you when this is done installing. And the next step is going to be adding another repo called InvoxyPlayGames' repo, so I'll put this in. This is the repo right here, cydia.invoxyplaygames.uk/, and I'm gonna put this on screen. Go ahead and add this. The next one is what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into repo.legacyIOS.com/ and you're gonna find all packages. You're going to scroll down until you find iTunes Store X7. And by the way, do not install this on literally any other version. This only works on iOS 7. So continue queue it. You're going to go back to InvoxyPlayGames' repo. You're going to add Checkmate Store, modify, install, continue queuing. And you can also go back. Since we already have that, we're just going to install this anyway. You're going to install a downgrader as well, and then you can install it. And then you can do all this at once and just hit confirm. So I'm going to let this install, and then we'll be good to go. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to open up settings, and you're going to find a downgrader. You're going to enable this. And now what you're going to do basically is you're going to go into settings again, and you're just going to go to iTunes and App Store, and you're going to go to the Apple ID section. You're now going to put in your Apple ID. And if you aren't already logged into your iCloud, you're going to do the same exact thing there, and then you're going to log in here. So what you're going to do basically is you're going to put in your Apple ID, and then you're going to put your password under your Apple ID, and it'll say it didn't work at first because it's going to send a verification code to your phone. And once it gets sent to your phone, you're going to attach that verification code to the end of your password, and then you're in. And it might sound quite complicated because it kind of is, but then it works. The App Store should be functioning. So let's go search something up and see if we can download something. So let's do let's go to the App Store and let's install Fruit Ninja. So let's just hit install. It's gonna do this. Continue download, and a lot of these just don't function because the application is too new. So we can always try different ones. Let's try like Temple Run. Yep, that one doesn't work. This is why this really isn't worth it. We can just try every single one of them. See if which one installs. They're all like 13 or later. I have no idea why. Jetpack Joyride. Yes, please. Continue download. Okay, I think we're good. It's going to install from the App Store now, hopefully. Let's see if we get anywhere. I don't think we will. Oh, I said that. We probably are. I'll come back to you if this works. It looks like it is. I think I just hit waiting, tapped on it, and it did this. So, all right, I'll come back to you and I'll just show you that this app hopefully installed. Okay, and here you can see Jetpack Joyride has installed, and it doesn't function apparently. So if you get this issue, it's probably just a broken version. And yeah, a lot of these apps just don't work, and what I would recommend to do personally is just install from Vateris, aka from LEMMiNO repo, aka yzu.moe/dev/. So go ahead and try that, because that's probably more convenient, to be completely honest. I don't know what the heck this thing's doing right now. Apparently it's installing slither.io. It probably will not function, but we can test it anyway. And as you can see, guys, we have a functioning one. We're gonna play against AI. Dude, I have not played this game in like freaking forever. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, I won. Because we're doing this right now. We're going to play a little bit of this until I die, because why not? Yeah, and I died because I just gave up. Anyway. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy. I'm sorry if I sound sick. I have some sort of sickness going on right now. But today, I will be showing you how to fix the App Store finally on iOS 3 through 5. This is a brand new release maybe like a day or day ago or today. So let's get straight into this, and we're going to start off with iOS 5.1x, which is the easiest, and the rest of that part will be a bit harder, which is 5.0x through iOS 3. So yeah, let's get straight into this. And before we continue with this, I want to credit a couple people. Legacy iPad team on the Legacy Jailbreak Discord server for alerting me about this and telling me to make a video on it. Thank you very much. I also want to credit u/jmos8374 on Reddit. So starting off with iOS 5.1x, you will need to be jailbroken, of course, which you can do very easily with Gilbert Jailbreak, which you don't even need DFU mode to jailbreak this. So go ahead and head into Safari and put in this address right here, tlsroot.litten.ca/. And I will also have this linked into the description, which you'll need this. So next step is to get the iOS signed iOS bundle for iOS 5 Plus. You just tap on this, hit install now, done. And then now you are ready to move on to Cydia, which in Cydia you're going to want a couple repos. So the repos that you are going to need is you're going to need cydia.skyglow.es/ aka the Skyglow Cydia repo, IPG Cydia repo, aka cydia.voxyplaygames.uk/. By the way, I'll have all of these in the description. And then one that I currently do not have is cydia.nekokawa.net/. And you're gonna add the source like you did with all the other ones. And here, iTunes Store X from the Cydia Skyglow repo. I already have it installed, but I don't have the version that you want, which is 2.5. So you either choose that, or you choose from the AOI blog repo and grab AppStoreFix. Which AppStoreFix you will want 0.06 basically. I'm gonna go with iTunes Store X from this repo because I kind of already have it installed. I'd use a different version basically. and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do 2.5. I'm gonna do continue queuing. We're going to get Checkmate Store from IPG Cydia repo, which I already have installed actually. And then you are now going to get store login fix from nekokawa.net or nekokawa's repo. Yep, and then you hit install, and now it will install both of all of your stuff at once. Basically, Springboard, okay. And now go ahead and let's check if it works. And as you can see, it works. And you're gonna have to log in to your existing Apple account if you don't have that already. So I'm going to do that, and I'll just show you how it works when you're installing apps. And after, how this works actually is, you will put in your Apple ID, and it'll say it's wrong on the first time. That's because you have a verification code. And what you do basically is it will pop up on your main device that has your iCloud on it, and you're going to attach that verification code to the end of your password. And now you can just install stuff freely like usual, but we can give it a try with other stuff because we can. So let's do like Snapchat. I don't think I have Snapchat. And see, search doesn't work really. You can see some other stuff on here though. Like, what would be something that would probably still work on here? Let's try to figure that out. Let's go to like books. Man, these are all, I want something that's free. Would this work? And yep, there you go. You can see it installs like normal. And some of this stuff will not work, like the application requires 16 hour or later. That's just because it's a too new app and Apple doesn't want you installing it on an old thing. So now, let's move on to the actual annoying hard part, which is 5.0 to 3. So I'm gonna record this remaining part on iPhone OS 3 because why not? This is the last supported version, but it will work exactly the same for every other version. So what you're going to do is you're also gonna go to tlsroot.litten.ca, which is right here. And depending on if you are on iOS 5.0x, you're gonna pick signed iOS bundle, and if you are on iOS 4 and below, you're gonna pick unsigned iOS bundle. I've already installed this, but I'll install it again just so I can show you how it works. So you can see it pops up right here. Hit install. I'm going to replace it because I already have it installed. And you're going to hit done. Okay. And now that you've done that, you are now going to... So for the easy part, you're pretty much going to follow the same exact steps we just did on iOS 5. So you're going to go, and you're going to be jailbroken, of course. You're going to find Cydia. Head to your sources tab, and you're going to add all of the same repos I showed earlier in voxyplaygames.uk, cydia.skyglow.es/. And I'm going to use the same repos as earlier, so I'm going to add the nekokawa repo because I don't have it on this one. So cydia.nekokawa.net/. And it's going to do the same exact thing as usual. By the way, this part we're probably not going to use aliblog.jp as it will not even install on iOS 3. We're only going to be using iTunes Store X. So we're going to install pretty much of the same stuff that we installed earlier. So we're going to go to cydia.skyglow.es, aka the Skyglow Cydia repo. We're going to add iTunes Store X, modify, downgrade 2.5. Continue queuing. You're gonna go find Checkmate Store from Unvoxy Play Games' repo. Find that from Unvoxy Play Games' repo, which is right here. So you're gonna continue, and you're gonna do modify, install, continue queuing. You're now going to go, and then you're gonna go to the nekokawa repo. You're gonna find store, login fix, and you're gonna do confirm this time. So do that. Let it go through its install. And restart your Springboard, of course. And before you try going into the App Store and actually doing anything, you are not done yet. This will not work immediately because you have to go and use a Windows, Mac, or Linux and go on the back end of this and fix it. And we're gonna have to connect it to our computer, whatever computer you have, basically. So yeah, let's do this. So you're gonna go to your local C drive, you're gonna head to Windows, find System32, find drivers, find etc. And now that you know where it is, you're going to follow the same exact directories I just did, but you're gonna do it in the notepad. So I'm gonna pull up notepad. I'm gonna go file, open. I'm gonna find the same thing I just showed you. And then you should be good to go. Now let's move on to Mac. Now on Mac, you're going to put in sudo nano cedra os. So I'm putting it in completely wrong. Put in your password. Okay, now you're in here. And now let's show you how to do it on Linux. And on Linux, you're relatively gonna do the same exact thing. Mac, you're gonna do sudo nano etc /host, enter to ask your password. I forgot to show it, but you gotta put that extra slash on the end. Don't enter it yet. And then you're gonna put in your password, and then you're in there, of course. Now the next parts may be different and be different on your device, but I'm going to be showing this off on, on Linux. So the general rule of thumb is where you're gonna put these next lines is to add the following lines at the bottom. But if you're unsure, of course, I will link a full-on guide on how to edit host files properly for every single platform, as I found a very good article on how to do this. So what I'm going to do next is, now I'm going to put the following ones that you'll need to put in on screen for every single one, and I'm just going to drop them right here, and I'm going to put them in also afterwards so you can see them. And here they also are afterwards on where I put them. So after you've done this, go ahead, hit Control and X to save, and I just say Y. And I'm going to do it again just to show you. Control X, enter. And now it should technically be working. And if you want to test that this didn't affect anything, which it shouldn't, just give your computer a restart, and I'll do that. I'll just show you how that this doesn't affect anything. On boot, I'm talking about, by the way. And now you can see we're back on Linux, and yours should be good to go. And yeah, that is pretty much that part. And now let's move on to the next part. So the next step is you're going to go to this site right here, mitmproxy.org, which I'll also have linked in the description. And you're going to go in here and you hit download. This should be available for Mac, Linux, and Windows. So just download it. I'm going to be showcasing this on Linux, of course. So, if you're on Mac or Linux, you can just go and click immediately right onto the file, and you can find mitm.web, which is what we're going to be using to start off. But if you're on Windows, you're going to have to go to wherever you install it, by the way, whatever drive, happen to be like a C drive or D drive or however you labeled it, and you go to Program Files, mitmproxy, and then bin, and then you'll find mitmweb. So you'll actually extract this, of course. I don't know why I didn't mention that. So extract it. Yeah, so extract it, mitmweb, boom. Click on capture. Make sure run HTTPS proxy is enabled. Go to options, hit edit options. Scroll down on edit options until you find TLS version client min, and just set it to TLS1. And grab your device, of course. And now you're gonna go to settings, go to Wi-Fi, press the I button on your Wi-Fi, or in my case an arrow, and set HTTP proxy to manual. I'm not gonna show you this because don't want to get doxxed, of course. And then enter your IP and port, and then 8080. Now in Safari, go to mitm.it. Now that you have the proxy server up and running, you're now going to install the iOS certificate install. And now go test if the App Store is working. And you can see it is kind of buggy and does not fully work still either way. What only slightly works is the top charts thing for some reason. And the whole reason why I find this fix not very practical, mainly because you have to have your computer on constantly if you do want the App Store to actually function. So, like, if I turn this off and I turn off my computer, it turns off the proxy server, and then it no longer continues to work. So that is probably the best you are going to get. But unless you have a computer that you're going to keep on 24/7 and you're going to run this server on the back end, which I probably will not be doing that personally, you can use the App Store like you would any other thing. So, yeah. And if you want to try to sign in, let's give this a try. I have no idea if this will work, but we can try it anyway, why not? So I'm gonna try to do that. So I'm gonna use existing Apple account, and I'm just gonna try to put in my iCloud email, see if that does anything. If you enjoyed this video and found at least part of this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. And also, when you subscribe, make sure to turn on notification bells so you're notified when I come up with brand new videos. Also, check out my social medias, which I'll also have linked in the description and on the end card. I have a Reddit, I have a Twitter, and I have a second YouTube channel, which I will use for something at some point, whether it be behind the scenes or something else, I have no idea. But yeah, this has been Derek for Certified Like C, and I'll see you in the next video.